people would go into a restroom like on the beach or maybe at a park and be arrested for having sex in the restroom. But some people would complain that they weren't doing anything. And an undercover officer would come in, and there may be a guy using the urinal or washing his hands or whatever. The officer would then leave and signal to the other officers who were also undercover to come in and arrest the guy. And that undercover officer that was in the restroom would be engaged in entrapment. He would say things about this guy making a pass or groping him in the groin or something like that, which in some cases never happened. And the thing that is so bad about this is the person being accused of this crime usually pleads guilty to a lesser charge, because if they try to fight it in court, they have to be talking about, being in the restroom and what they did or didn't do. Maybe they're school teachers, and it's just a big mess. Most of the people who were accused of public sex in a restroom pleaded guilty because it was just easier to get it over with, and it would be like disturbing the peace or some misconduct rather than a sex offense. Some people have sex in restrooms, park, beach, wherever, a stadium, and usually because they're very closeted. They can't meet gay people, they can't go to a bar, somebody might see them. And it's usually people who are married, often older, and they have no choice. They want to do it in a very private place where nobody else will see them. So they might solicit sex in a restroom. But on the other hand, there are people, and a friend of mine was one of them, who was accused of beating off in a restroom in the Carson Mall, I think it was. This friend of mine actually had AIDS and had no energy. There was no sexual energy. And the police arrested him for having sex in a bathroom. I know he didn't do that. He couldn't do that. He was using the bathroom for a bathroom, and he ended up pleading guilty to a lesser charge because he didn't have the strength, the emotional strength to go through a court trial. And it just broke my heart because he was a dear, dear friend of mine. And it's cases like that helped the Vice Squad to disappear maybe 10 or 15 years later. I don't think we have one in Long Beach anymore. So I just wanted to share that with you.